What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I'm going to talk about milk spots. So what are they? Why do they show up on silver coins? Do they affect the value of your coins? And is there even any way to get them off of them? So let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so this video is all about milk spotted silver coins. Oh, I cannot think of anything, well, I can think of some things, but one of the most hated things when it comes to silver is the milk spots. If these show up on your coins, it's like the mark of death right there. So let's start off with what are milk spots. It is the milky white spots that show up on silver coins. Now, notably, silver bullion coins, especially 3.9 or 4.9s fine silver coins, can get these. However, really any silver coin could get milk spots on it. It doesn't really happen on gold coins or copper coins or alloy coins like the nickel copper coins. Really just silver coins. Absolutely terrible. So you can see it more on the right side of this Canadian silver maple leaf. Probably one of the worst offenders of the milk spots is the Canadian silver maple leaves, until 2018 when they came out with their mint shield technology, which is supposed to help against the milk spotting. But obviously this one is pretty bad, probably one of the worst ones I've seen. So why did the milk spots actually show up on the silver coins? Well, it all starts in how the coin is made. So the coin starts out as a planchet, which is basically just a blank. There's nothing on either side. Now they can't just go ahead and stamp those yet because it's pretty brittle and the coin will actually get cracks in it. So it needs to be annealed. So what they do with the planchets is, first off, they clean them. Typically they use something like borax, which is a detergent, and it is also white. And then after they clean them, they anneal them, which will help them from cracking when the coin is actually stamped or minted. Now in the annealing process, they heat up the silver planchets. However, they don't heat them enough to melt them, just warm enough to sort of bake them or anneal them, I guess. And sometimes that borax that's left on the planchet will get baked into itself. And then after they go ahead and mint them or stamp them or whatever you want to say, they use the big machine and it just takes the two dies and it crushes the imprint onto the coin. Well, then the coins are, I think, maybe cleaned or finished somehow, and then they're done. However, there won't be any of this milkiness on the coin when it's done. That shows up later. So it can show up a few months later, a few years later, decades later, and it just looks awful. So does this affect the value of your coins at all? Well, absolutely. You can buy coins that are not milk spotted. They look great, and then they will develop the spots over time, which is very unfortunate because it will lower the value of your coins. Now, a real life example for me personally would be when I actually go to sell my coins, I'll get less for them. So, for example, if I had a Canadian silver maple leaf that was in brilliant uncirculated condition, I could sell it to my local coin shop for, right now, actually a little under $1 over spot. They're in pretty high demand, so I could get a little bit of a premium on it when I sell. Now, my local coin shop will take that Canadian silver maple leaf and they'll sell it at retail pricing to someone else, and they'll make money on it. Now, if I have a milk spotted Canadian silver maple leaf, they won't pay me as much for it because they cannot sell it for retail pricing. They have to lower the price to be able to sell it to another individual, so they're going to buy it back from me for less than they would. Let's say they buy it for spot price or maybe a little under spot price. So does it affect the value of your coins? Absolutely, which is terrible. Now, one way it could affect the value of your coins even more is if you have slabbed coins which become milk spotted. This is an example of one. It's really unfortunate because It's a pretty cool dragon themed coin here. But as you can see, milk spot over on the right corner there. Absolutely terrible. And then if we flip it over, you can see on the obverse, it also has some milk spotting around the outside. So unfortunately, the value of this coin has gone down even more because it's really not as collectible as it used to be. Now, when this was graded, obviously it didn't have any milk spots on it whatsoever, and so it received a grade of PF69 Ultra Cameo. So one away from a perfect grade, and then Ultra Cameo as well. However, of course, it is still that grade in the slab, but it's not worth nearly as much as one that is not milk spotted. So this might only be worth spot or what someone is willing to pay for it. Really anything is worth what someone's willing to pay for it, obviously. But if they were going to buy this one or one that is perfect or not spotted, they would obviously pick the other one over this one. So it's probably worth about spot, maybe a little over, but probably not. So you could really lose a lot of money on your slab silver coins if they become milk spotted. So the question is, what can you do about it? If you clean your coins yourself, it will be obvious that they've been cleaned because your coins will get micro scratches on them. And if you're cleaning like a graded coin or a really nice coin, for example, that will definitely deter from the value. Now, if you're just cleaning bullion coins, well, you could actually get away with cleaning them and probably no one would be the wiser. Now, when you clean the coins, typically, like I said, you will get micro scratches on them. But when someone is buying a bunch of bullion coins off you, they don't really look through every single coin to make sure they're all brilliant uncirculated. And it's not like you're being dishonest when you sell them. You're selling them for what they are. So you'd bring them to the local coin shop, show them your coins, say you'd like to sell them. They'll offer you a price. Now, if I clean this, it would probably look almost flawless or like it did when it came from the mint. And so you probably could sell this for a little bit over spot, and then he could sell it for retail pricing to someone else. So when it comes to bullion, you actually can clean it and get away with it sometimes. Now, there's lots of different ways to clean milk spots off of silver coins, but probably the easiest way is just to clean it with the whole baking soda method. If you haven't seen my video on how to do that, I'll put a link up in the corner as well as one in the description down below. In that video, I show myself cleaning toning off a coin. However, I have used that exact same method and it does work on milk spots. The most important thing when you're doing that is to make sure you rub the baking soda onto the milk spot directly when you're cleaning it, and it will get rid of it. I've tried it myself. It works great. All right, so we talked about what milk spots are. We talked about why they happen, how they affect the value of your coins, and also how to potentially get rid of them if you like. Now, PCGS did have a service where they would take the milk spots off of your coins for you. I don't believe they do that service anymore, so if you wanted to remove the milk spots, you'll have to do that yourself likely. But the last thing I want to mention was, should you intentionally buy coins that are milk spotted? And here's my thoughts on that. If you're able to pay under retail pricing for damaged or coal coins, then that's a good thing. When you're stacking silver, obviously you want to pay the lowest price possible. So if you can get these for cheaper than their brilliant uncirculated counterparts, well, that's great. That's especially great if you're able to clean them yourself and have them basically look like they came just from the mint. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, there will be micro scratches. To a trained eye, they'll know that they have been cleaned. However, if they're able to resell them for retail pricing because they look so good, well, then you probably just made a little bit of money by improving the coins. So I'm not suggesting you buy only milk spotted coins. I think if you wanted to pick up a little bit here and there and try and clean them, yeah, absolutely go for it. Worst case scenario, they're just going to buy them back for coal or damaged coin prices. So at the end of the day, hey, silver is silver. So I say go for it. But just be aware you might not get as much for them as their brilliant uncirculated counterparts. So anyway, that was the video. If there's anything I missed or anything you'd like to add to the conversation, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I want to say massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.